This is Patrick Henry, the CEO of GroGuru. I'm here today talking with David Sloane. David is a PhD agronomist, and he is our chief agronomist at GroGuru. He's actually in the field today, working with our farmers in the Texas Panhandle, which is, part of the Western Corn Belt, the southernmost portion, I guess, of the Western Corn Belt. So I'll let David kind of introduce himself, his journey on how he came to be at GroGuru, and then we'll talk a little bit about the importance of crop science, the importance of agronomy as it relates to product development for GroGuru, as well as supporting our farmer customers. So take it away, Dave.
Thanks, Patrick. Well, yeah, I'm a cotton guy from Australia. I have been working with soil moisture sensors for about 30 years, but commercially for the last 20 years. I've spent a lot of time, I moved to the US about 12 years ago, based in St. Louis, Missouri, but I've spent a lot of time through the Western Corn Belt, down through the Texas Panhandle, and really got the opportunity to work with a lot of irrigators and understand what they need. And so I've worked in the industry, as I said, for a long time, but when the opportunity came to work with GroGuru, I jumped on it, and mainly because I'd always wanted to be able to put probes out permanently. Farmers want it, and I wanted to help farmers do what they want to do. And so it's been an awesome journey the last couple of years with GroGuru. I've been helping develop the products and the software, and we're at a point now where everything is really humming along. And so farmers are really appreciating the opportunity to put probes out permanently. It's, as I said, it's what they've been wanting. And, we've really made some huge strides with software, and we've got a really cool development pathway planned. And so we're going to take soil moisture to places where we haven't been able to do it before in terms of all of the pre-season irrigation and that sort of thing. So having probes out for a whole year, multi-years, it's going to let us really interface with automation and that sort of thing. So it's just going to go to the next level, which is what I've been really excited to be a part of.
So we're in the midst of the growing season right now. Talk to me a little bit about, we're not doing installs right now. Basically, the sensors are in the ground. We're collecting data. You're working with farmers, providing them guidance around irrigation recommendations. So talk to me a little bit about kind of the day in the life of David Sloane right now, working with farmers, and kind of what's the receptivity been around some of the things that we're providing as GroGuru versus some of the competitive alternatives that they may have used in the past.
So day in the life of David Sloane, well, I guess, with the times that they are right now, travel has been restricted, but the beautiful thing is that all the data goes on the internet. So I've spent a lot of time helping farmers remotely, and because we can use, like we are now using Zoom, and the data is there. I can access the data, the farmers can access it, we can talk about it, and really help people understand what they're using. But the last couple of weeks I've been in the field, as you say, and it's been awesome getting to spend some time face to face with the growers, and they really appreciate what we've been able to achieve. And a lot of the guys I've worked with over the years, it's awesome just getting back to the field and reconnecting with some of my old customers, and they really appreciate what we've been able to do. And so it's not just having probes out all the time, which is what they really wanted, but what we're doing with the software is taking it to the next level. And so it's just awesome getting the feedback that I have these past couple of weeks, where farmers are really appreciating the fact that we've built something that they want, that it's easy to use. And I've also got a lot of good ideas, direct feedback. And so, we'll be able to implement that going forward as well. And it's exciting times. It's just great getting to work with farmers directly and helping shape the product that they really want and need.
Yeah, so now that we've got a software solution that is very farmer friendly, easy to use, talk to us a little bit about how that leverages your capabilities as a crop scientist, as an agronomist, because the farmers can actually use and understand a lot of this information on their own, and then we can intervene, on a less frequent basis, but are still there to support them, and how that potentially helps with scalability of the solution over time.
Yeah. So, well, Farouk Anjem, one of our founders and our chief technology officer, has built some awesome data mining tools and artificial intelligence, and so that's working really well. It's great to be able to automate some of the functions that I've had to do manually in terms of, set points, and so it becomes really scalable that way. And I'm actually amazed at the job that he's been able to achieve. Previous company, it took years. He's taken months, and so we're really hit the ground running. And from a personal point of view, when it comes to developing software, it's great to get to be able to, a take two, if you like, and just do it better the second time. And so we're really getting some good feedback on that. Going back to old customers that are used to software tools that I'd had a hand in developing, and going to the next level, which is things that they'd suggested previously, wasn't able to achieve, but really getting that nailed down. And as I say, with some of it's not just giving farmers what they want, but automating that so we can really scale it. And as I said, Farouk's doing an awesome job with that as well. So we're bringing it all together, and we've starting to get some integration with other tools that they're using, other companies. And so, when it comes to interoperability between, pivot control and soil moisture sensing, right now that's kind of a user deal, but going forward, that's going to be an automated function, and to bring in the weather, etc., to start to use machine learning to control pivots, to control irrigation systems, and initially semi-automate. I wouldn't want to take the human out of the equation, but in the future, I can really see us getting some huge benefits in a more or less closed loop scenario. And so, and you couldn't do that. I could never do it previously with the having to install and remove sensors, all that effort, but also just the quality of data by having a multi-year approach. And just today, I was with a grower who had he's had a lot of rain this season, and wet the ground up more than we would have ever known, and we've captured that going forward. So it's kind of a 1 in 5 year type event, but you can carry that through to the next 5-10 years. It's or more, and it's valuable stuff, really is.
That's awesome. Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about, we talk a lot about value proposition and solution selling and understanding, the farmers. Give us some insights on kind of where the farmers want to go and what we're doing to support that. I mean, you touched a little bit about, bringing in the other pieces of the equation that affect irrigation, the weather forecast, the amount of irrigation that you're providing, other spatial data. So talk to me a little bit about that, and kind of inside the farmer's head, what are we doing to kind of make their jobs easier, make their lives easier, and be able to free up some of their time because they have so many things to do?
Well, I don't think it's convenience. I think it's actually livelihood. It's really fundamental stuff. These guys, where we're really talking about here in that southwest, the Western Corn Belt, the southwest region, down through the Texas Panhandle, it's called the Ogallala Aquifer. They're pulling water out from under the ground. It's been there for, I guess, millions of years, and they're in some places, but they're using far more water than is being replenished. So it's kind of mining water, unfortunately, but they know that, and so they're trying to conserve it as much as they can, because they want to hand off their farm to their kids and their grandkids, and it's as fundamental as that, as survival. And so they're able to, with what they've learned, I guess over the being introduced to soil moisture sensors for a start, over the last 5 or 10 years, they've learned to use less, but now we're starting to really get to that scalability angle of being able to put out far more sensors, have them in for a longer period of time, start to connect them to machine learning and other machines to the pivot control, etc. And quite frankly, it's extending their livelihood. And so some people, and it's always the way with technology, the really advanced guys will pick it up first. They go seeking it out, and they're able to read it and understand it. But a lot of other people struggle a little bit, or they don't have the time, they don't have the inclination to really understand what's going on, and that's where the machine learning comes in. It sort of does it for them, and so it can present the findings. It can actually make the decisions for them, and so we're really, I think, at a turning point where we can extend this out, this reach, not just to the leading guys, but to the majority of irrigators in those areas, and it's going to add a lot of money and to the whole community, and extend the lifespan of communities and farmers in this area. I mean, it's something I can feel really good about in conserving water. They don't go at it to conserve water. They want to just turn that water into more money, and that's what we're helping them do. But when you've got less water, you need to help maintain the amount of income that you're getting, because that's increasing that efficiency.
That's really awesome. That's an exceptional point. And, are there any final comments you want to make for our listening audience out there about, any insights about what's going on out in the field?
I'm just blown away by, well, first off, what we've been able to achieve. So I've been with GroGuru for 2 years. When I started, we didn't even have an underground wireless product. And so we've gone through we've tested that out and proved it last year, and the hardware works. And this year we're really moving ahead in leaps and bounds with the software, and starting to embed that in other systems. And so just from a personal journey, it's been fantastic, a lot of fun. But from farmers, the feedback we're getting is awesome. They are really excited by what we've been able to do, but more so where we're going with this, and what permanent installs really are able to do. And the other thing is from a dealer perspective. So one thing farmers really value is service and having someone there to support them. And it's been a lot of the traditional soil moisture sensing industry, where you had to install a probe at the beginning of the season and remove it at the end of the season. There just wasn't enough labor around, and so it was a hassle for a lot of businesses that they never got involved. Well, those businesses are getting involved now, so it really gives them another opportunity to service their customers, and the customers are able to reap the benefit of that because they can put more sensors out, and it just brings that scalability to the market, which we never had before. And so it's kind of a win-win-win. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and it's pretty exciting where we can go with this.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Dave. I know it's late there, and really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to share this with our listening audience. As you know, there's a lot of people out there that are cheering for us, and on the GroGuru journey as investors and supporters, and really glad that you were able to make some time to share your insights.
Sure.
So again, we're talking. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
No, I was going to say, no worries, Patrick. I appreciate the opportunity. It's we've got a great team. Everyone enjoys what they're doing, and it's late here, but it's great to be able to share the news with everyone. And so the future's bright. Thanks
a lot, Dave. So again, this is Patrick Henry, CEO of GroGuru. I'm talking with David Sloane, PhD agronomist, who's the chief agronomist at GroGuru. And as you can tell, we're both very excited about what we're doing, helping farmers, make more money by increasing crop yield, more efficiently using water in a more sustainable way, and really changing the world. So it's an exciting time for us, and glad to have you guys on the journey with us. Thank you so much. Bye.